Hey, I'm not in right now. Sorry, leave me a message.
I just wanna love you. Meet me at the hotel room, or you can come over. So many things I wanna do to your body, driving me crazy. I just wanna love you. Meet me at the hotel room, or you can come over. So many things I wanna do to your body.
Okay. Hello and welcome to Bedroom Chronicles. My name is Mercury Rises and I'm your host today. And Tacoma is on a leave of absence, but hopefully he'll be back soon. So as usual, this is my book, Men in My Bed, True Love is Hard to Find, Relationship Chronicles, sold in every store that you can possibly imagine, but most definitely Amazon. So today we're going to talk about, well, first of all, I would like for you to call in. Hopefully the number is up on the screen. And yes, it is. No, it's not. Well, it'll be there soon. And call in if you have any questions that you would like to ask me, and I'll try to answer them as honestly as I can. But the first question I'm gonna ask is, does size matter? So, a lot of women say size matter. I don't know from a man perspective if it matters or not. And I mean the man size, not the woman size, because sometimes you can come across a little boat that's a little too big for you, gentlemen. But anyway, so does size matter? On a personal note, I would say size doesn't matter. Because, and let me tell you why I'm saying that. I'm saying size doesn't matter because back in the day, I'll say in the 10, 20 years ago, I'll put it down. I don't want to go back too far. Something as simple doing intimacy that could please a woman would be just a finger. So if a finger can get her to climax, or a finger can get her to be wet to that point, then size doesn't really matter, because I think that most of the pleasure part is right at the entrance of the circle, and it doesn't have too much to do with the actual penetration. I think the penetration part is more for the man, but a woman can enjoy just that little finger manipulating right around right at the bare entrance. So, but some men that are proud of their joystick might just like, they like the thrust of the encounter. So they want to try to beat your cervix out or cut through up into your uterus because they are just that well endowed. But it doesn't take all of that, gentlemen. And I would say, because if you're going to ask, let's say you have a gay couple, female on female, and yeah, they do strap things on, but they don't do that all the time. That's just some of the time. So what are they using? They're not using anything that's a little anaconda. They're just basically using fingers and lips and tongues. And none of those things are gigantic in size. And so if an average woman finger, and the one that they may use would probably be this one. Gentlemen use this one. Only thing, just make sure your fingernails are pretty short. But anyway, just a little tip. So if you can do that with the finger, she would be very thankful. And then on those times when you may have exacerbated yourself, where you can't go for a while, or you're in between that rest period, and where you want to recover, and you think she might still be on the hot side and want to go, or you don't want her to get a little too dry before you start back up, then you just go ahead on, just use the finger and press it, especially if you don't want to give her any lip service, or you're not into the lip tongue service, but the finger can be magical. And then you can really tell if she's into you by how wet she gets just on you using your finger. And I know that might be an old school thing, and young men these days, I would say in their 40s or even maybe some of them in their 50s are not familiar with just the simple use of the finger. And sometimes you may come across a woman where you may have to use two fingers, and that would be these two fingers. And because some women are a little more open than some, because, and I'll give you a little background on that. If a woman has been intimate with a man that's, let's say he's an anaconda, but now she's with a man that's more on the average side, like, I don't know, let's go with width in inches. I don't know if that's 6 inches, 8 inches, whatever. But anyway, the width part of it may be a little smaller than what she's used to. So then that's when you're going to have to decide whether you're going to use one finger or two finger. And that is also a good way to tell if you are a good fit, because you don't want to be slipping and sliding. So just on that little tidbit. So I'll also share that, again, Men in My Bed, True Love is Hard to Find Relationship Chronicles, sold in Amazon. We just did our movie premiere on the 27th, and it was really good. We had like maybe 120 people came out, and refreshments after, and you got to sit down and ask the cast questions about their experience in helping to tell Mercury's story. So it was very emotional as well. Hopefully soon I can show a clip probably here on the show. But just a reminder where you can find the book, and that is an amazing good read. It takes you to, it's like an emotional roller coaster, because you're gonna get the feeling of being happy as a little girl, then you get the feeling of being sad, then you're gonna be angry, and that's all in the beginning just for the childhood part. So as the story goes from a little girl around 6 years old up into adulthood, and the last 3 relationships from within the last 10 years is at the end of the book. And they are juicy and hot. Didn't leave no details out. So it has a few of the techniques that was used, which is one that's very, very good called the Remy. And if you read it, and follow the instructions, he is for him. He would truly love it. So let's see what else we can talk about, since we talk about size doesn't matter. But if you think size does matter, please call in. I would like to hear your perspective on that. And we can talk about, where should a man start? Where should a man start when he wants, let's say it's your first encounter, where should he start? And I like to talk about personal stuff, because I don't know about anybody else's experience but my own. Or maybe the man that I was with, well, not with anyone right now, but hopefully I have it soon. But anyway, so if you're in a new relationship starting, and I'll tell you about this guy that I used to date that ended up being a fiance, but I didn't marry him. So he's a London guy. So he just was not up to par on his skills for me. Probably for somebody else he was. But anyway, so what I did, I said, okay, I'm gonna demonstrate to you, on you, how I want you to be on me. So we started from head to toe. So then I showed him how I wanted him to touch me, how I wanted him to like hold my face, caress my face, whether I wanted him to kiss me on my ears or kiss me on my neck, and where at on my neck, because women, I guess everybody has some special spots that they around this area that's very sensitive, and especially from the back. But anyway, so I gave him my lesson from head to toe, and then he was very good because he followed instructions. And he followed instructions very well, but I didn't marry him for other reasons. But he did get married, and we are still friends. And he told me to this day his wife is very thankful because he did tell her about us. I was like, wow, that's so nice of you. So it's good to have a conversation in the beginning of your relationship so you would know what she likes and what he likes, and it wouldn't be too much awkwardness if you are sharing those little pet peeve stuff that you like in the bedroom. So what you like first? You like to just kiss first, or what type of kissing that you like? You like deep throat kissing, just a little tongue maneuver and lips, or you like to just however. So I like to, kissing is my favorite thing to do, but I have a certain way that I like to kiss. I don't like a man with a juicy mouth. And juicy means you have too much saliva. So, I would further say that I think I could, it's not teaching, but if my partner follows my lip movement, he can be just as pleasing kisser as I can be. And it's nothing wrong with practicing a little bit with your partner to see what's good, because some people like to bite lips, some people like to suck tongues, some people just like to put your top and bottom lip all in their mouth. I don't even have to do all that, no. So I like a slow, long, sensuous kiss with not too much saliva, as I mentioned earlier, but lips, yes, tongue. And because kissing, if you're doing it, if she's feeling you, kissing can make her flow like Niagara Falls. These are the things that men need to pay attention to. Am I turning her on? Is she into me? Her body is going to tell you. So those coochie juices flowing is one of the ways for you to know that she's really into you. Now, and I'm going to say this is a myth. Women of a certain age are dry. No, they are not. So don't be fooled. You can get you 60, 65-year-old, and she can be just as wet or wetter than one of them 30, 35-year-olds, honey. Just to let you know. So it depends on her partner, if she's into him, and if he's into her enough, then he's gonna do everything that he can to get her where she needs to be. Now, it'll be a good rule of thumb if you probably let her get there before you get there, because she's gonna look at you a little differently. Oh, he's concerned about me getting what I want. Because not in my younger years, I didn't have that experience. Because if you read the book, you'll find out that I was 35 years old when I had my first orgasm, and that was after 3 children. So that says a lot. But honey, let me tell you, when I had that first orgasm, it was like chasing a high, which I've never gotten high, but I just by word of mouth and what I've seen and what I've heard, it's like chasing that first high, because you trying to get that first experience back. So if I've had 3 kids and I've never had an orgasm, and at age 35, when I get that one, oh my God, that one was like, it's indescribable. But the noise that came out of my mouth was like elephant. If you ever watch Tarzan and you see that, the elephants running through the jungle with their horns up screaming, that's what the first one was like. And the bearing down, so you get a bearing down pressure, like, I don't know, I wouldn't say you giving birth to your first orgasm, and it was massive. So I wish there was something that I could tell you in a way that would give you an idea of how the first one actually is, but that's how mine was. So, and I've had discussions with some of my girlfriends about their first time and their orgasms, even before I had mine, so I'll know what to look out for. They're like, girl, you never had one? I was like, no, I haven't had nothing like that. It feels good, yeah, but no, I never had anything like that, not even similar to close. So, oh, I got a call. Hello? Yes.
I'm trying to call, but it's saying that the wireless customer is not available. I'm trying to call the studio.
Oh, well, let's see if I can just put you on speaker right here. Can you hear it? Say something.
Testing 1, 2.
Oh, I need it louder. It's on speaker. Oh, let's see. Can you say something now?
Something now.
Oh, the phone is not working, Mr. Washington. Well, talk to me and I'll answer your question.
Okay, well, first of all, hello.
Hello, Tacoma. I'm good. How are you?
Good. Shout out to Phyllis.
Mr. Washington, Tacoma is sending you a shout out. Okay, he said, all right, we're going to take a break and we'll be right back. Don't go away.
Okay, there.
Let me see.
So I wanted to,
Hi, my name is Lauren, and welcome to TV 1061. Join our network and broadcast your film live across the continent. Come to our studio and film and stream your TV show, sitcom, and showcase and broadcast it worldwide. Combine multimedia with your live stream. Independent filmmakers show your movie and afterwards interview your cast live. Sponsors, advertisers, I'm talking to you. This is your chance for global exposure. These are exciting times that we're in. Traditional TV is but a thing of the past. TV 1061 is on the Roku platform. Roku is an industry leader in internet TV. It has a viewership of 53 million and counting. It is the most popular and fastest growing internet TV platform. If you are interested in developing and showcasing your movie or show, or interested in coming in as a sponsor or advertiser, please send us your contact information with a brief description of your interest to 1061tv@gmail.com. Thank you.
There are no mistakes or regrets in this life, only the opportunity to learn and evolve. Leave your imprint on this earth. In that process, it's a responsibility and calling to aid others where possible. When you've been blessed, you should look to be a blessing. That can take the form of your time and resources. You only have one life to make a difference in others, so why not show up and be great? But not for the sake of yourself, but for a generation of onlookers who are looking to see what's possible. Being a State Farm good neighbor in the community is a privilege that I don't take for granted. My name is Sherry DeVos Denard, and my office is located in the industrial side of McDonough, Georgia. We service all of Georgia and neighboring states Alabama and South Carolina. You can reach us today for all of your auto, home, life, and small business needs at 678-782-3005 or online at sddinsurance.com and on all social media platforms. We look forward to earning your business.
Welcome back to Bedroom Chronicles, and my name is Mercury Rises. I'm your host, and we have a caller, which is on the phone, and his name is Tacoma Washington. Yay! Thanks for calling in, Tacoma. So
yes, thank you for being live on the air. I'm just calling. I just took a minute out. I'm getting ready to go down to the pool. I'm calling from Brazil.
Oh, wow.
The weather is fantastic. I'm out here at the Grand Palladium enjoying myself, but I'll be back stateside Tuesday coming.
Okay.
So I'm watching live, and I heard you say about the size matter. Can I still comment on that?
Yes, please.
Okay, so I did hear, because I don't let anything get by me. You said, for the man, size doesn't matter, but for the woman, that doesn't matter. And yeah, for the woman, it does matter. If a woman is too big, don't you think that matters to a man?
Yeah, it does, and I think I did mention that. And that's why I said they should do the finger test. It's not really a finger test, but if one finger fits good, then you're good. But if you need to put two fingers, then and that's going to determine if it's going to be able to fit you. Because some people may even need to use 3 fingers. But then I showed them which fingers that they should use if it's 1, 2, or 3, and make sure your nails are very short, because you want to cut the inside. That's a very tender area.
Yeah, and that's true. And for a man, like I said, none of us have the option. We're born with what we're born with, the package, and we have to work with that.
Mm-hmm.
But I see a lot of things on the market, to increase the the girth size,
mm-hmm.
or the length size. But for a woman, I remember what's his name? What's Day Day's real name from Friday? Mike Epps.
Uh-huh.
He had said something about, snap that pussy back, and like women sitting in a tub of vinegar. And I don't know how true that is. He may mention that like that's an old school remedy.
Mm-hmm.
But if like if a woman has kids, it's going to stretch it out. But can you stretch it back? But men have to work what what they're born with, and then I would say, thank God, I'm 6'5", so that speaks for itself. I wear a size 15 shoe. That speaks for itself. But if, like for a smaller endowed man, if you can't, get to the back, especially, like if you're behind a woman, if you can't get it all in, you gotta, just compensate in other areas,
Mm-hmm.
But I'll say this: if a woman is into you, if she loves you, or if she likes you, and she's willing to work with it, she'll be willing to work with it. But if it's just casual sex, and then she has options, which women always have that upper hand of having options, she can say, I don't feel like working with this.
Mm-hmm.
I need more. Or those, they even have songs out. A climax, the group climax, the female
Mm-hmm.
group climax. I need 7 inches, or 8, 9 inches or more, or whatever like that. And again, when men don't have songs like that. I need a tight for JJ. I need it. So there you have it. Putting pressure on a man who doesn't have the option to, and there's nothing on the market. I mean, they have these tools or products on the market that claim that they can enhance the length of the girth, but I don't know. There's a sucker porn every minute. Maybe they work, maybe they don't, or pills, maybe they work, or lotions, maybe they won't, maybe they will. But I still say that if size matters to the woman, and it bothers a man if we're small. But there's other ways you can get around that. Like I said, just overcompensate on things. Get your oral game up. Touch and caress, kiss, romanticize. But it's not fair for a woman to say, "Oh, he's got a small dick. I can't mess with that."
Well, there is a technique to lengthen a man's penis naturally, but the woman has to do it for him. So, between that area that's right between the anus and the balls, that area can make the penis lengthen, but it's a certain way that your partner has to maneuver it. I learned that a long time ago, but anyway.
All right, well,
so besides for other things, but you said, okay, so let me tell you about this story that I was looking at the other day. It was a couple, male, female, and he found out that his girlfriend had cheated on him. And then she said, she was honest with him. She said, "No, I didn't cheat on you. I was going to, but I didn't." And he said, "Well, why didn't you?" She said it wouldn't fit. And he said, "What you mean it wouldn't fit? What wouldn't fit?" And then she said, "His dick wouldn't fit." So then he said, "I fit. What you mean his wouldn't fit?" Then it got real funny to me, because then he started yelling and screaming at her. He said, "So you out there looking for big dicks?" But it was just so amusing that she was so calm, cool, and collected, because she actually believed that she didn't cheat because he was too big to enter.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
But yeah, so.
Yeah, but that is funny. That is funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
but,
she
yeah,
didn't.
but you know, one thing I always, I don't want to say struggle, but one thing I've always pondered upon is like, for like relationship or people in relationships like that don't have premarital sex. And anybody can go back and forth all day long on the pros and cons of it. Like premarital sex, should you have it or shouldn't you? Do you test drive a car before you have it? But if you look at it, secularly, but if you look at it, religiously, and then you get married and be like, wow, this guy only got like 2 inches, or like, wow, she's really, I got 7 inches, but she's like wide, so it's like I feel like I only got 3, so it's just one of those things where it's just like, depending on how you were raised or your views on things, you say like, hey, no sex before marriage, or let's get to know each other. But I always say, like, if you're feeling someone and they hit all those points and the things that you're looking for in a mate, but they're or too wide of a JJ or too small of a penis, do you let them go? I would say no, because you can always work around it. But I digress. I say this: would a man ever say, she's too big or she's too wet? That's a question to be asked. If she's too big or too wet, would a man say, she's too wet? See, I don't like that.
Well, No, I don't think a man would say
about that.
I don't think a man gonna complain that she's too wet. Now,
no.
Well, a woman might subconsciously keep it to herself that he is too small because she's too wet and he keeps slipping out. But I don't think she probably would let him know that's the reason why. She probably play it off in some kind of way.
Yeah.
And it was something else you said I wanted to expand on, but I don't remember what it was. But it'll come back to me. But it was about the size when the man is too large for the woman. So a little tidbit for that is, okay, if he's an anaconda, then she needs to work with him when he is semi-hard and not completely hard. Because then it'll grow as it's inside of her and the expansion. So it's better to expand while you're in instead of being full blown and then try to get in. You get me?
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
Excuse me, can I get one of those, please? Thank you.
You just what?
Yeah, and we don't have an option on that. We can't say, what, just get semi-hard. We can't tell our dicks to get semi-hard versus, brick hard. So I think the thing is, because not an anaconda, the thing is, you ain't got to stuff it all in there. I've seen plenty of porn where the guy was like, and to me, I'm watching the porn and I'm like, damn, put it all in her. But, he's doing her a favor. He's like, you still got like 5 inches, man. Put it all in her. Maybe they discussed this beforehand and be like, I just want to put these 4 inches in you because you said, don't put it all in. And I'd be like, okay, if that's fine by her and fine by him, but I will tell you this, that we are more inclined to try to stuff it in there because what else would we do with it? It's like, until you push, until a woman pushes back, then you're like, okay, well, if I had it, like if I got a suit, I'm gonna put it on. If I got a car, I'm gonna drive it. If I got 12 inches, I'm gonna put it in until you tell me, no, just give me 9. I'd be like, you sure? Yes, I'm sure. And you're like, okay. And then now you got to work at just stroking it and keeping 3 inches, out of her, which is, that's a problem all in itself, try to not put it all in her. So, especially when it gets good, you'd be like, I got to fall back a little bit. That's like asking Michael Jordan, hey, don't play your best tonight. Don't play your best tonight,
Well, so I think, it's good that he wants to put the whole, 12 inches in, and he wants to hit the cervix, and then he want to cut the corners and go to the left deep and to the right deep. But most of her pleasure is going to come from just the head being right at the entrance. And it's just that it's at the head, it's at the entrance, and you just maneuvering that in and out, in and out, in and out. And but the other stuff is, I think, is more for the man. If he want to go to that deep thrusting and deep, that's more for him. Yeah, you're gonna get that from her, but that didn't come out right. But anyway, you're gonna get that from her, like that you are deep, but still most of the pleasure for her gonna come just from that head being right at the entrance.
Okay.
And the semi-hard is gonna be for her to determine. Okay, he's too large, so I'll start working with him and the JJ meeting the penis or the anaconda on the semi-hard side, and just let it continue to grow as we move through our moments. But yeah.
Yeah. I feel that. I got you. I got you.
All right.
All right. Well, that makes sense. All right. Well, let me let you go. Let me let myself go and get downstairs and enjoy the rest of the day. A good rest of the show. Tell Phyllis I said what's the deal, and I'll talk to you when I get back stateside.
Okay. Thank you. Thanks for calling.
Bye-bye.
Oh, okay. It's time for a commercial break. We'll be right back. I got one more caller.
Hi, my name is Lauren, and welcome to TV 1061. Join our network and broadcast your film live across the continent. Come to our studio and film and stream your TV show, sitcom, and showcase and broadcast it worldwide. Combine multimedia with your live stream. Independent filmmakers show your movie and afterwards interview your cast live. Sponsors, advertisers, I'm talking to you. This is your chance for global exposure. These are exciting times that we're in. Traditional TV is but a thing of the past. TV 1061 is on the Roku platform. Roku is an industry leader in internet TV. It has a viewership of 53 million and counting. It is the most popular and fastest growing internet TV platform. If you are interested in developing and showcasing your movie or show, or interested in coming in as a sponsor or advertiser, please send us your contact information with a brief description of your interest to 1061tv@gmail.com. Thank you. Hi,
welcome to the all-new Talk Show Divas.
We are debating, not playing, period.
This is serious music we are doing.
And he needs to be in jail.
So what about that Florida bill, though?
Sorry, leave me a message.
I just want to love you. Meet me at the hotel room, or you can come over. So many things I want to do to your body, driving me crazy. I just want to love you. Meet me at the hotel room, or you can come over. So many things I want to do to your body.
You know it's going to start raining.
Okay.
The moment we're on.
All right, we're back. Welcome back to Bedroom Chronicles with me, your host, Mercury's Rises, of course. And, of course, my book, Men in My Bed. Just a reminder, go out and get it. And we have a caller, and the call. Hi, Jimmy. Jimmy's on the phone. Jimmy is also a character in my book, but.
Beautiful Georgia.
So, Jimmy, where are you calling from?
I'm calling from beautiful Georgia.
Okay.
In an undisclosed location that you know. But it's not my bed. I'm not calling from my bed.
All right, Jimmy. All right. So, since you're watching, do you have some questions, Jimmy, or something a comment that you would like to add on the discussion so far?
Comments, because I believe that size does matter, but technically it does not matter. I think size matters psychologically. You're absolutely correct that women feel the tip, and men can use their fingers, wet fingers, gently caress that area. Women like that. Women like the foreplay as well, and the caressing. And some women just like the looks of a big penis. They just do. Visually, they get turned on. And when we say size, shout out to girth. Shout out to width. Because I think women do like width a lot. Most guys are around 5 inches. That's the average size, I think. Men can really work that 5 inches. They don't have to hurt a woman. They don't have to have sex so hard. I think 12 inches physically would hurt a woman. But maybe a lot of women would just like to see, see those 12 inches, just to see it live and in person. That's impressive. Impressive.
Right.
If the guy has something, that long, if I'm not that long, if I did, I would walk different. I'd be a different person with 12 inches. I think I'd have a lot more confidence. And it was just I would walk different.
Yeah.
And it would make me feel like a warrior out there, but it can cause a tremendous amount of damage to women that long. So I don't have that problem. I'm not going to be damaging any woman's cervix. So, but the women I have talked to, a lot of them said they like the looks and putting their hands around a big penis. But if a guy just knows how to massage and work the tip, that's really most important for the woman, for her physical feeling. And also, for guys, if they get hard inside of a woman, that's a big compliment. Because women can feel a guy getting harder, and if he does it inside of them, they're like, wow,
Yep.
he's really into me. They can literally feel it, his excitement. So I think there's a lot of psychological stuff that goes into sex that guys don't really want to talk about. They just want to be like, what are the mechanics? That's all they're interested in. And women should know, for men as well, just getting an erection, there's a lot psychologically going on for us. A lot.
Okay.
So there's my comments. I do think size matters, but there's workarounds. And if a guy's really, really small, like 2 inches, it's going to be tough for that guy.
Wow.
It really is. Because visually, women see that, and I'm not sure how many women are turned on by that small.
Wow.
So there's my 2 cents. I got to get back inside before it rains.
Well, thank you, Jimmy. I appreciate your 2 cents. It was wonderful. But make sure you check back in with us on another show. I'd love to hear your your advice. So.
All right, thank you. Great show you have, too. If somehow you're keeping it PG, I don't know how you're doing that. I do not know how you're doing that. You're doing a great job. There's a lot of good advice.
Thank you,
from
Jimmy.
a woman, and I think I would rather hear the advice from a woman, because guys, like some guys, they don't even care. They don't even want to know what's going on with the woman. They're just,
Yep.
They just do it and then
That's
move
it.
on. So
Yep.
it's good to hear a low-key, well-informed, accurate discussion of sex. But I'm all riled up now, though.
Oh, well, that's very good to know, Jimmy. Look, you should get this book. It's a bedtime read that you probably would have ever had. Just read a chapter before you go to sleep. You'll be dreaming until 6 a.m.
Hey, those are the best dreams, right?
Those are the best ones. The best
Hey,
ones.
do you have any advice on how people can have the sex dreams? Because it's been a long time since I've had a colorful sex dream.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. Well, Jimmy, I'm going to make sure you have a copy of this book today, and then you can let me know if you have any colorful dreams.
I will.
All right.
I'll do that.
Okay.
I don't know. They won't be PG rated, but...
Ooh. Well, thanks for calling.
Thank you.
All right, bye. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that was Jimmy, and he agrees that size does matter. I think I have one more caller coming in. Let me tell them they can call right now. But where did I put my phone? Oh, here you go. Let's see. Yeah. Okay, we're going to go for one more break, and we'll be right back.
Today's world exposes our youth to life experiences that are well beyond that which their years should allow. Violence, trauma, poverty, injustice. Our children's lives and their livelihoods are in constant danger. Wisdom, Inc. is a community-based organization designed to save young lives by reducing violence and assisting youth in their personal development. Wisdom stands for wise individuals structuring and developing youthful minds. Through our collective wisdom, we can change lives for the better. Wisdom, Inc. Reducing violence, developing youth, saving lives. Today's world exposes our youth to life experiences that are well beyond.
Welcome to Burke's Jewelry. How may I help you?
We're looking for engagement rings.
We offer a wide selection. However, I believe we have just what you're looking for. Burke's Jeweler is your family's jeweler at 491 Flat Shoals Avenue Southeast, Atlanta, Georgia 30316.
Hi, I'm Harry Lennox, and you're watching TV 1061, your global network.
Hi, I'm Michael Cowell, your funniest man on the planet, and you're watching TV 1061, your global network. Stay tuned, because that's how they do it over here. Big time party! All right, see y'all later. Bye. Hi, I'm Michael.
Whew. Okay, welcome back to Bedroom Chronicles. Mercury Rises here. So I had two call-in guests, Tacoma, of course, our co-host, and Jimmy. Jimmy was very insightful. And I hope Jimmy calls back next week or the following week, because I'm going to definitely make sure Jimmy gets a copy of Men in My Bed so he can have those colorful dreams. Oh, goodness. Jimmy don't know what he's in, what kind of ride he's in for, but he'll find out. So, Chris, I got a text message that you wanted to call in. Come on, Chris, call. I have 9 minutes, Chris. Call on, come on, call on in. But until you call in, let me see. You can call now. Call now. Oh, Men in My Bed. True love is hard to find. It is. So, a friend of mine asked me how long should you allow yourself, I guess for healing would be the best term to use, between a breakup. And you know, that really depends. So if you was into the person, that That healing process may take a year to 2 years before you should get into another intimate relationship with someone, because you don't want to bring that energy from the breakup. I won't say bad relationship, from the breakup over to the new relationship. Now, what helps me is I look at all the breakups, and I guess you can say all the trials and tribulations of your relationships as my lessons. And that's the easiest part. And I was like, oh, God, what you want to let me learn this time? Just make it sweet and easy. Give it to me on the lowest level so I can really understand and comprehend it. Because I do not want to repeat it. I like whatever I'm going to learn from him or whatever he's going to learn from me. Let it just be something that I can actually deal with. And it's not going to take me too much time. So I think this one, the last breakup, is taking me almost, 2018 to now. So it was a breakup and then a semi-get kind of started again, but it wasn't really a relationship. It was just meet up, I guess you say a meet up. And then it was over. So I'll say that whole thing from 11/20/18, 19/20, which is 4 years. So I'll say roughly 3.5 years, and I'm just getting comfortable with it being comfortable in that, I'll say recovering from that last relationship, because that was a hard lesson. The last one was a very hard lesson. The last two were hard lessons, damn. But anyway, because the one before that one, he did something that I never experienced. I never had anybody to ghost me. When you tell some, oh yes, come on down. Listen, nigga, I'm driving 5 hours to see you, and then you're not there. No phone call, no text, no nothing. So that bothered me for about 7 or 8 months. And I think probably at a year, then he had the nerve to make a phone call. So, but I guess I I used some distractions in that, which was basically like working on me. So, I put myself back in school, got me a whole degree. I like to do positive things when I'm going through bad things. Well, but I'm going through the lessons. So, I learned this a while back. There are losses, lessons, and then you get the rewards of those losses and those lessons. So I think I'm in my reward season right now, and in my reward season, I'm sitting here alone by myself, and I rarely like my company. So just whenever and should he show up, I'm here. But anyway, a question was, how long should it take you to get over someone? And it depends on how much you cared about them. So I guess I must have cared quite a deal about my last two broken relationships, because it's taken me years, not weeks, not months, which says a lot. Let's see, what else can I come up with? Chris, I'm waiting on you to call in. You only got 5 minutes left. So let's see what else I can come up with. Doing this 5 minutes, I hate to be searching, and I don't want to talk about how to keep it wet anymore. Hold on, it's coming. I have some questions. Okay, I'll give you this. Let's talk about the Remy. So the Remy is a little technique that'll get him lifting up off the bed. And you can use the Remy in conjunction with providing him some oral service, which means that, so the Remy is, you take it in your hand, and so the best lubricant you're gonna need a lubricant. The best lubricant, well, the lubricant that my choice is Johnson's baby oil, but you can use whatever you want, but it has to be oily. Vaseline is too thick, and then you don't want to use Vaseline. It just harbors bacteria. So you need like Johnson baby, not just you need some oil. Oh yes, because you can just use olive oil as well. Olive oil works very good. Yeah, kitchen olive oil. And and if you want to provide lip service, oral service, then the olive oil doesn't have a bad taste to it. So what you do is you take some and you just pour it on. And I just like to pour it in, that penis eye. I call it an eye as a whole, but it looks like an eye. And sometimes it looks like a lip. If you just put your finger on and you go back like that, it looks like a lip. But anyway, so then you just, saturate it really good, because you're gonna want it. You don't want to really stop and put more oil on it. So just put enough. So just turn the bottle over and let it drip down or pour down, and then you just take your hand and you're gonna go up and down slowly, of course. I even noticed that they made a machine that does this, a sex toy. But anyway, so then it's still not as good as the hands. And especially if your hands are smooth on the inside, but grip it firmly. Don't choke it, just grip it firmly. And you go up and down. So when you go up, so when you bring it back up, you go over the head, and then you go back over the head again. And then, so you're gonna go left, right, it's like north, east, south, west. And then you take your hand, so when you come back up and you're ready, went over and back and over and back, and then you're gonna take your hand and go around, you're gonna rim it around like this, rim it around, and then you come back up and go back down again. But you gotta read the book so you can understand the technique, or you just get it into your head, or you're gonna either keep repeating what I just said, like playing repeat on your TV or your phone or whatever. So that's basically the Remy, and the Remy is very good if you are using your lips. So, and I think I might have mentioned before on a previous show that women and men with full lips, thick lips, have a little extra edge in the bedroom, because you can really pucker these lips in. Pucker them in and pull up around the rim end of the head. When you pulling up, it's a rim right there, and that's a very sensitive area. And then in the back of the penis, where the vein, that thick vein is that comes up, that's a very sensitive area as well. And also, you don't want to forget about the area under the balls, which I found that is called the gooch. Who would have thought? And that area is very sensitive. It's this area between the balls and the anus. And that area is very sensitive to, little tones, some lip service. And look, a vibrator in that area is magical. Have them calling Jesus. But that's my little end tidbit for the Remy and the gooch. I had a gay guy to tell me about the gooch, so that was very good information. The gooch. I just got a red light. Does that mean it's the end? Oh, wow. Well, join us next week, Saturday at 2 p.m. for Bedroom Chronicles, and hopefully Tacoma will be back. The energy is much more lively when he's here. But anyway, thank you. Bye-bye.
Hey, I'm not in right now. Sorry. Leave me a message.
I just wanna love you. Meet me at the hotel room, or you can come over. So many things I wanna do to your body, driving me crazy. I just wanna love